Hello, everyone. Welcome to Say It with Roz. What I want to talk about today is why it is important to vote. Actually, I'm not really going to even talk about why it's important to vote. I'm going to talk about why I vote. What I would like for the people that do not vote to just go out on Google and search for why it is important to vote. Don't take my word for it. Just do that. Do that. Read more than one article on why it is important to vote. And I certainly hope that we get a chance to vote again. Who knows? But the reason I personally vote is because, number one, I care about what happens to me. Two, I care about what happens to my family, my friends, and my fellow citizens. Three, I care about my community, my immediate surroundings, my neighborhood. Four, I care about what happens in my city, the place that I live, who's running it. Five, I care about what happens in my state. And six, I care about what's happening in this country. This is where I live. I have to abide by the rules and the laws that are established by the people in charge. And for me, voting is the best tool that I have available to me to have a say-so in how things are done. I don't care about what I do I do care, but the things that I do personally in my household and what I do for my family and all of that, that's all good and fine. But like I say, whatever rules and regulations that this government, these politicians come up with, I have to abide by it. And I want to make sure that the people that are making these laws and rules are the best people to do so. And if I don't vote, then what do I have to say about anything? If I don't vote, I obviously don't care what happens. So that is why I vote. And the reasons that I voted in this particular last election in November, and the reason that I voted blue is because I cared about my civil rights. I wanted to keep the civil rights that I had. I wanted to keep my voting rights. I wanted to keep fair housing available. I wanted to keep fair employment. I wanted to keep my Social Security that I earned, not like some witch said to me in a comment that it was their money, her money, or whatever. I worked for over 40 years, and every paycheck, money came out for Social Security. So it's not your money. I earned that, just like you're paying into it now. I wanted to keep my Medicare, which I also paid into. I wanted to keep clean air, clean water, clean land. And although I don't use the Affordable Care Act, I wanted my fellow citizens to have that. I cared about that. That is why I voted and why I voted the way I did. And one comment I got on one of my videos was that I was ignorant for voting for people that pretended they cared about me. Well, let me tell you, if keeping my civil rights intact, my voting rights, my Medicare, my Social Security, fair housing, voting rights, clean air, clean water, clean land, if all of that is pretending that they care about me, then so be it. Keep on pretending that you care about me, and I will keep on voting for you. Because now, all of those things are under threat. So, again, I would like to ask the people, or I recommend the people that do not vote, that did not vote in this election, to go out and research why it is important to vote. Why it is important to vote. That's about all I have to say about it. And please miss me with the comments about how I'm ignorant for voting for who I voted for. I don't want to hear it. And your comment will just be deleted anyway, Don't try to justify to me why you don't vote or why you voted the way you voted, People are entitled. I have more respect for the people that voted, regardless of how they voted, more than I do for the people that didn't vote. And I know some people were hung up on these one issue things, People hung up on abortion rights, But like I've said many times, no one is forcing anyone to have an abortion. And why don't you spend some of that energy talking to the people that might have abortions? Because the law is not going to stop anything anyway. They'll just revert back to doing what they used to do. And you're going to find these babies thrown away, flushed down the toilet, left on doorsteps or whatever. But I don't hear any of you people volunteering to take these children, that you want to force these women to have. Now, I don't promote abortion. But that's not my business. I don't know anybody's story, I'm not for people just going out having abortions. If you don't want to have children, do what's necessary not to have children, But that's a whole nother, discussion. Some people were hung up on, the gay stuff, Well, you're not going to stop people from being gay. I mean, it's been around for, I mean, it's in the Bible. I'm not saying people should be gay, but what people need to do is start watching their children, you know, and teaching your children, and not let your children just run around and getting involved in all kinds of things. And you also have to realize that a lot of these people were abused and forced into that lifestyle. So you need to have a little compassion for them, you know. And I've also said that gay people need to have, you know, some compassion for, you know, people that don't believe in that. You can't force it down their throats, you know. But anyway, that's a whole nother talk too. But I just would like for people to read about why it is important to vote. Hopefully we will get to vote again. I don't know if you're happy with what's going on now or not, but I'm not, you know, and I didn't vote for it. And also, don't just vote. You need to know who you're voting for and what they stand for. So many people right now are saying, you know, they didn't vote for this, they didn't vote for that. Boo-hoo-hoo, I'm going to lose this. I might lose my farm. I'm going to lose my benefits and all of this. Well, they told you all of that. If you had cared to read Project 25, that a lot of people said was fear-mongering, you would have known what they planned to do. They said all of this stuff, getting rid of the Department of Education, you know, getting rid of civil rights, you know, voting rights. I mean, cutting benefits, veterans benefits, farmers benefits. I mean, they told you. I can't even really be mad at them because they told you what they were going to do. And now, of course, they're doing a whole lot more than they said they were going to do, you know. But even the stuff that they said they were going to do, how could you go along with that? But anyway, go out there and research why it is important to vote. Don't take my word for it. You don't have to listen to anything. On anything, don't take my word for nothing. Research for yourself. That's what I do. I don't take people's word just for anything. Anything I don't know about or I'm not sure about, I'm right there. I'm going to go and I'm going to look it up, okay? Because in a lot of, almost so many times, what people have said was not true. So, anyway, I hope we get to vote again. Over and out.